Hey, I came to my closet today, which is, if you've ever heard of any of my other videos, this is where I come to process or figure out what might be going on in my life. And today was a work day for me in the sense that I needed to do a lot of house things, cleaning and laundry, and which explains why I look like I do right now. But in the process of getting my laundry out a few minutes ago, I got an alert that it was payday. So I logged on and I looked at it, and this is kind of emotional for me, days like this, because when I started this business as a single mom of 6 kids, I didn't have anything. I had less than anything. And my goal with my Rodan and Fields business at that point was to make an extra couple $100 a month. I mean, to make $500 extra a month to me would have been life-changing, because that's the bad situation that we were in. It was really rough. And I saw this as a way to help feed my kids and to help house them and to make life a little bit better for them. And it's done that. And I look at my payday today and I realize that this is beyond what I ever imagined it would be. And I'm to the point now where it's not about money anymore. I mean, we have that covered, and I'm so thankful for that. But this is really about helping people on my team, other people, to realize those same goals and those same dreams. We all have a why, and my why was feeding my kids. My why now has become you and the people you know, and changing lives in the same way that I've been able to do that. So I think the reason I'm here, I've kind of struggled with I've been in my closet a few minutes and went, well, I've just got to talk to people. And I think that reason is because if I've reached out to you, and I've reached out to quite a few people in the last few months, some have responded, some haven't, but if I've reached out to you, it's because I feel like this is something that would be really great for you, that you'd be perfect for. It could be because I know you're a leader. It could be because you have a fantastic personality. You're super smart, or you're funny. All of those things that come across on Facebook or in real life, or just in hearing about you from other people. And that's who I like to surround myself with, and that's who I like to work with, and that's who I like to do life with. So if you've heard from me, there was a reason, and I'm not just randomly messaging everybody I know. The people that I've responded, people I've talked to in real life, they have some objections. So what I did was I wrote some of those down so I could kind of address them. Because if you're reading this, I'm sorry, if you're watching this, there may be a reason. Maybe this is something that God has put on your heart, like He did mine, because He gave me this business, and so I know that it's my responsibility to be His hands and feet. And if He wants me to take this to other people to change their lives, then I have an obligation to do that. And so I think I just want to go through those objections really quickly with you. One of the first ones is, I just don't have the time to do this. I'd hear you. When I started this, first of all, I had no job. And then within the first couple of weeks of this business, I took on 2 part-time jobs. And I had my kids at home, and it was still school. And so I really didn't have any time at all. I was working those 2 jobs. So really all I had were a few minutes at night after they went to sleep. I would post some things on Facebook, or I'd message a few people, or if I was sitting in line at the school pickup, because I would leave my job and go pick them up and take them back to my job, I might be able to talk to a few people then. But if I can do this as a single mom with all those kids and several jobs, and I can succeed with just a few hours a week, you can blow this out of the water. Because I was really bad at it in the beginning. So, I wanted it to be something that I could do while I had my other jobs and I did it. So if I can do it, anybody can. The other question a lot of people have is, it costs money to join this business and I don't have that. Well, that was me too. I didn't have a dime to my name. I figured it out and I paid myself back in less than 2 months. And so there are different ways to join, and I don't want money to be a reason that you don't join us. We will work with you. So don't hesitate to contact me and say, I want to do this, but I'm struggling with the financial part. We can talk about it. It'll be okay. Another thing is people have a lot of fear about what will others think about me. Well, if that's an issue for you, that's just your fear talking. I've read on Facebook, people complain, why do people sell on here? Facebook is not for selling things. Okay, that's okay. People can unfollow you if it's that important to them. But what I've discovered is they don't. They're so supportive and encouraging, and we feel that way about other people as well. My team, other people on Rodan and Fields are just very supportive of anybody else that have a direct sales company. And just to be really blunt, I tell my people, if they have that concern, are those people you're worried about paying your bills? Because if they're not, it doesn't matter what they think. So don't let fear of man be a reason that you don't pursue something that could really change your life. The next thing probably would be that people have a concern in saying nobody would ever buy from me. Why would anybody buy from me? Well, I have a team of people, and we have consultants across the country that would dare to differ with you on that, because we're not salespeople, most of us. And people do buy because they like your excitement, or they like because you are personable, or because you are the leader, all the things that I mentioned earlier. So you don't have to be any particular type of person to do this. We come from all different backgrounds. Another one I've heard is, it's all over my Facebook. Everyone else is doing it. The first thing I would say to them is, so? The second thing I would say to them is, if you're focused on that, then your focus needs to shift a little, because your focus really needs to be on you and what you can do with this. I've told my children many times, worst case scenario, I go get a job at a fast food joint. I had applied to places, and whenever I was really, really struggling, and I applied at a fast food place, I could go to McDonald's, but I knew that I would outwork anybody near me. Put me next to somebody and I will work harder than they are. I'm not going to be smarter. I'm not going to be sharper, but I will probably be more driven. And that's okay if you see some other people that are doing this. We have consultants across the country that do this just for fun, and they don't really push it. This is not about making money for them. For me, I was very, very, very driven. And a lot of people I'm with are very driven. So the question becomes, can you outwork the person next to you? And if so, let's do this. I think probably the final question I've heard the most is, I've never sold anything, I couldn't do this. Or, I'm not a dermatologist. Well, that was kind of me too. I was in roofing sales for 4 years, and I was awful at it. It was a great paycheck. It helped me to support my family, but I didn't have that job when I started this. And I had absolutely no confidence in myself that I could sell anything. So I realized very quickly this isn't about selling. It's about sharing. It's about being who you are. You don't have to change anything about yourself. Just be you. I learned to just be me. If people like that, great. If they don't, that's okay too. Because this business, my desire, my drive is going to continue regardless of what they think. So if just sharing this information with people is going to get them what they need, I'm going to do it. If it's going to make them feel better, if it's going to change their life, great. I'm going to keep doing it. So I just wanted to touch base with some of you that might be considering this, who've heard from me and aren't quite sure what to think. We all have different reasons and different excuses for not doing something. 99% of the time it's fear. And I wanted to let you know that I had all of that fear and then some, and I was able to do it. And I got a paycheck today that makes me want to cry, because I've done it. I'm moving. I'm walking with people. I am able to succeed in ways I never imagined. And it's all because God gave me a business and He's run it with me. And my goal is to share that with everybody that I can. So if you have the least bit of interest, contact me. I will work with you. Contact David. He does this with me. We would love to help you. We would love to have you join us, and we will lock arms with you as fast or as slow as you want to go. Have a great day.